we're discussing how we can navigate to one of the Markdown files. Like, let me explain the problem again. So when you click on one of these things, I want it to navigate to a blog post. Like each of these items are going to have their own blog posts, and all of those blog posts are going to be Markdown files like this one. But I want to be able to link these into this blog page that I have, and ideally I want to have something like blog slash let's say, right, this is Qnote, right? I want to have a URL like blog slash Qnote, and this is going to redirect to like qnote.md maybe. So I'm gonna have a separate file, or I can just copy and paste this just for the proof of concept stuff. Foo bar. Let's modify this. This is bar. This is foo. So if I click on Qnote, I want to be able to navigate to foo, and if I click on IP Manager, let's say, I want this to navigate to bar.md. I was looking into some options of doing that, and I found several ways. So one of the ways that you could do it is by just having a state in a component. You just like you have it's like global variables in just regular programming stuff. You can have a global state, and then you give this state that you want to retrieve this file, and when you navigate to the blog post, it just reads the state, and then if the state is not null, then it goes and fetches that file. You give it the file name so it knows what to fetch from where. But I do not want to use state, so I want to avoid using state in this example. Not really an example, in this solution. So while I was doing some reading, I came up with this router parameters. So ideally, I want to pass the file name as a parameter to the website that I'm to the blog that I'm viewing. So it's going to be something like, so I just want a parameter in here, like maybe blog post name, and the name is going to be like Qnote. And if you go to this URL, it's going to show you the blog post for Qnote. So I still don't know how to implement this, but I've seen this example in here. It's not really what I want, but I think we can modify this to do what we want, right? All right, let's get started with it. So in this video, I'm going to implement router parameters, and I'm just going to learn how to use them. So apparently this is how you capture a parameter. So if you go to here to our router, let me put these side by side so we can view both sides easily. Right, actually, yeah, this is fine. And in our blog, I want to have a parameter called post. Well, post is an HTTP request type, right? So let's not call it post, but let's call it post, blog post. So I'm going to have an element, I'm going to have a variable or request parameter called blog post, and this is going to contain the file name for me. So when I'm calling this URL, I am going to, let's go to home.module.sas. No, it's not here, right? Well, I think, so how am I going to set this? So how am I going to set this blog post? Right, so first let's see where I'm going to call this URL, right? I'm going to call this inside our project cards. So our project cards, I should add another property to project cards. So let's go to the project card component. Let's open them side by side. Right, and in here, I want to have, for now, just a link like this. It's a React link. Right, this link is going to say click to read the blog post, and right, do link components have href? Link react, not link reaction. No. Yeah. State, no. Okay. Or you say to. Cool. You're gonna use this. Okay. Okay. So link to. This is going to be /blog, and this parameter is going to be coming from where we use the project part component. So let me expand this a little bit. So image link, image alt, subtitle text, and blog file, blog post. We're going to add a property in here. We're going to call it blog post, just as we called it previously. Prop types dot, this is string, auto format. And if it's not provided, then it could be null, because I'm not going to have blog posts for everything, right? Null. Cool. Okay, so this is going to be the blog post file. Yeah, yeah. I think that is how you pass a parameter, right? Yeah, looks like it. And when the component mounts, then this is how you retrieve it. Okay, cool. Okay. So this sends a request, and then it gets. So blog post will be a request parameter in here. We can close this now. We can say, or we can just go to the blog post component, and in here we are going to have another constant like this. We can just paste this. This works. And so how do we know which file we're going to get? So instead of this foo blog, we're going to have params dot what did we call it? Blog post. Yeah. And instead of using this.props, we have to use something else, right? How do we get the parameters? Functional component request parameter. Yeah, there must be a simpler way. Pass props to a stateless component. Actually, I think I'm better off searching for match params, because match params. Maybe here. Match prop types object. No. This.props. Yeah, I can't. I don't want to do it this way. I don't want to do this.props. Oh, okay. So I think I have to pass it in here now. So in my component, I'm going to have props, and this props is going to be, so do I just type props in here? Yeah, so I can remove this, and it might just work, right? Yes, it just might. Okay. Well, this how you write it? Yes. And here we're gonna have props. Completely okay. So prop types. Can we have prop types dot node? No? Yes? Maybe? Okay. Okay. Time to start copying and pasting stuff, right? If you've done it before, just paste it. Here we're gonna remove this. You're gonna remove all of these. This as well. We're gonna call this props. Prop types dot node. We are gonna import this. Can we import this, please? No? Okay. We might as well get this from here. Let's go back, and we're gonna paste this here. Oh, it was already there. Prop is not required. Has no. Yeah. Is required. What do you mean it's defined but never used? No. Oh, come on. Right. Okay. So let me watch a very quick YouTube video about these. Yeah. Or yeah, I could probably do this as well. Right. Is this a yes? No. I'm searching for a functional component. Yes. So this is how you use it. All right, cool. Like, why didn't you just anyway? Gonna have this, and in here we have this, and paste it like that. We don't need this, and apparently we don't need that one as well. And we're gonna have match.params.id instead of match.params.id. We're gonna have match.params.purpose. Oh, come on. Okay. You know what? Should I leave it as is or fine? Let me know. Just all right. Let's copy these again. Paste it in. This is not image experience. This is going to be blog post. This is going to be match. Match is going to be prop types of bool dot is required, but it's not a bool, it's a node. So you're going to remove all of these. Let's get rid of the semicolon. We don't need this one anymore. This is it, right? Okay. Okay. So this, if we link everything correctly, when we click on, okay, let's go back to project card again, and let's see if you're using it correctly. So we are supplying the project card with a blog post, and it's a string, it's the name of the file. Yeah, and let me see. So we have the blog post in here. We're going to go to our home page. No, this is the SAS. What am I doing? Okay, we're going to go to the home page. Pages, home. In here we have project cards. Where are the project cards? Here. Okay, so we have text, we have blog post, and blog post is going to, well, we have to import it, right? So, well, I've already imported it in here, but I've removed it. So if we take a look at the history of this file, we should be able to see. So this is the history of the file. Okay, we're just going to do this, copy that, close this, get rid of this window as well, go to home, and in here import the blog post. And can it find the file? Probably. So does it autocorrect? Yes, autocompletion does work. We're going to give foo blog in here. This might work. This might work. So if I click on this, it should go to the blog post. It doesn't. /static. Come on. If I move this. Okay. So it's just this. No, go back. Home page. Why does it add another / there? So if I get rid of this /, does it work now? It doesn't. Are there any errors that we don't see? Well, apparently no. You have the file, right? And you should keep this in here apparently, because that keeps it from working. Okay, go back, home page, click here, goes to an empty page, but if you refresh this page, nothing happens. And if you get rid of this /, it works. Right. Why? Okay. This is why. Right. Okay. That's not really what I wanted, but at least it's displaying something. Okay. It's still progress. We are still progressing, even if it's displaying the wrong thing. So what if I click in here? It does the same thing, which is fine, which is absolutely fine. So let's see what we're getting in here. So if we print out console log match params.blog post, what do we get when we print this? Right, let's open up the console and click on this console and click on this link. So static. So that's not how you get parameters apparently. If it's not working, then yeah, let's close the full screen. We don't need full screen anymore. We're going to do some more reading then. Okay. Right, let's go back in and think about it a bit more. So let's just print match. What's match? Blog post is static. What is aesthetic? Why is it aesthetic? Why is this aesthetic? Okay, let's try printing it here. Blog post. So does this print static as well? In the meanwhile, let's get rid of this. All right. Now we go to the home page. Null. Oh wait, no, it's not. Yeah. These are the first 3 project cards, and these are the rest of them. These are null, but that's fine. So it does print something. Right, it's a string, right? It is a string. So is this not how you pass parameters then? How do you pass parameters? Okay. I think pass. Maybe this is it. Maybe this is it. Maybe. Let's try params. So this is going to be log post. This is not going to be anything. Well, we can get rid of this. Just put this in here. What if this works? It doesn't. It doesn't. Okay, let's see what we passed at least, right? Nothing. V broke it. V broke it. V just broke it. How do you pass parameters? Come on. Let's give this one a shot. Isn't this what we have been using? Let's see. It's params or query. Okay. For link. There was a video in here, right? Yeah, so that's what I have. Okay, let's keep skipping. So desktop props, and how do you pass parameters in here? Slash something. Then do that. Okay, let's keep watching. Yeah, so this is how you use it then. Right, we've tried this, right? We have tried it. Let me just, no. So what's gonna happen is, we're gonna put these in here. /blog $/ slash all right, back to square one. If you click in here, you get this. And if we, oops, no. And if you remove this, we get what? Static. What is static? Why is it passing it as static? It's just static. Oh, it's the first thing that you see, that's why. Oh, this is it. So if I change the static 1 to 3, it's going to print static 1 to 3. That's the whole thing. Okay. I probably just need this bit, right? I need this bit. and I need to, okay, okay. But what if I want to pass the whole thing as a string? It's, I'm thinking about the best way to do this, but yeah, actually, I don't want to show static and media, whatever this is, in here in the URL part, right? It should be clean as clean as possible, and looks like not the only way, but the way to do it is by just sorry, is cleaning this up. So we need to clean this blog posting up. Right. Well, let's do some string manipulation. That's literally what I wanted. Thank you. That is literally what I wanted. Yes. Okay. Const. Oh, I might as well just get this, remove it, remove these things, replace this with that. And we now have a file name to ourselves. And in the blog post in here, I'm going to have string concatenation in here. We're going to have this string, copy, paste it, slash, no, we don't need it, probably plus, that's okay. Okay, yeah, that looks cleaner. Okay, get rid of 1, 2, 3. Maybe this could work, maybe. So let's copy this, paste it in here. This should give us the file name. Whoops. Yeah, it's null, that's why. Because, let's go to home page. It's because we don't have blog posts in these project cards. So that should solve the problem of us having an error then. Yeah. What just happened? I don't know, but anyway. So last index off is not a function. Oh, because it says URL, that's why. Okay, yeah, you can fix it as well. Oh wait, oh yeah, okay. Yeah, that should fix it. Okay, click in here. Static media, console. Console isn't logging anything. So what URL are we going to? Oh, no. Instead of, So last index of +1. So this substring is wrong. It should be starting from the last index of the /, skip 1, and log post.length. Right. Missing something, missing whatever it is. So what does this return? We'll see. We'll see what it returns, right? Yeah, it returns what I want. I have the file name now. And we have this. Cool. Yeah, static /media/ the file name. And let's go to this address. Does it give us the blog post? If it does, then we are on the right track. It does. Yes, we are on the right track. Also, I want to print what this is. And the way to print that is in here. We're going to do console.log fooblog. Go back to the home page. It requires a /. So we can go to blog post, add a / in here, and I think this could work. Okay, it doesn't. Okay, still doesn't. Oh, because we forgot the / in there. This could work. Done. So this is foo, right? And now you're gonna add the bar part. Right, everything is great now. We can get rid of all of these console statements, console.log. We don't need it anymore. Don't know what happened in here, but okay. Clean everything up. Foo bar. Foo something something something.md. How does React determine this thing? Okay, this might be. Okay. What's reconciliation? No. How React assigns file names, file name ID. No, this is when we go back to the blog, because this guy must have had the same problem, right? So these are the file names that he had, right? And these are the keys. Okay, okay. So this is how you do it. What's Markdown context? It's this. And you get the list of all files. But then you have to map this to Markdown context. Okay, let's write markable manner. Right, okay. Let's start from the beginning. I want to be able to give the file name, just the file name, and with the file name, it should be able to go and fetch this file and this ID. I'd have no idea where this ID is coming from, but it should be able to fetch this specific ID, and I don't want to see this part in the URL. So there are a few things I could do. I could just ignore whatever comes after the dot, and I could just do, oh yeah, that's a great idea actually. Oh no, I don't want Androids to do, no. Yeah. We don't need to read the blog really. I think that idea is very clean and good. Okay, let's get started with that one. So we have this file. It returns us this foo.md file and its ID, right? We have its ID in here. But right, then okay. Index.js, pages, fonts, data, images. So projects.json, and in here I'm gonna have something like blog post. This is gonna say foo.md. This is gonna be the file name. And this is gonna say bar.md. Let's get a new line in here as well. Let's redirect this to, why can't I create a new line in here? Anyway, manually. Yeah, okay, cool. And I'm gonna copy these over to ongoing projects as well. Nice. All right. Maybe the guy from the blog has a more clever idea. So he gets the file names, and what does he do with these things? Now that we have a list of all file paths, we need to import them since we're going to do multiple fetches. Yeah, promise all, whatever. Yeah, okay. And sort them. Yeah. So markdown files map file, and for each mapped file, how does this mapped thing work? I think I'm gonna look into it. Okay, let's see what this retrieves us, yeah? Go to home page, and in the home page, I'm gonna paste it in here. Instead of posts, I'm gonna do blog, and in here, I'm gonna have this. Does that work? I think so. Right. It gets us all the MD files. And let's print this. Let's see what this is. Yeah, this didn't work for us. Oh wait, it does. It did work. Okay. Okay. So it did return something. Console. It does have our file names in here. Right, so this map function does something. Let's get this. And let's see what these things are. This fetches everything. Markdown files. Okay, let's print what this is then. So what does this return us? Great. Okay, this gets us all the names of the files. And I need to be able to match these with. Okay. All right. What's R? So these two are the same. What does this do? Let's see what this returns us first though. So this gives us just the file names with the IDs, and it's an array of length 2. Let's paste it in here. Let's rename this again. Semicolon there. Okay. So what does that do? That gives us the same array. Cool. Very clean. And what does he do with Markdown files then? So with the Markdown files, he maps each file, fetch file, then cool. He fetches every single file, but I want to be able to match the file names. So yeah. So this is pretty much what I want to do. So we get all of the file names, and I want to be able to just do blog post is going to be, let's go to navbar. I want to copy one function from there. Yeah, so this is how you define functions. All right, cool. I am going to have a function in here. That function called map file name to ID, and it's going to take a string file name, and it's going to return a string as well, but yeah, we'll come to that part. So map file to file ID, we have all of these Markdown files, and so I want to have I want to get the file name first, right? So I have the file name. Okay, right, the file name, and well, I don't think I need to give the .md part in here. I can just get rid of this. And same case for here. What the blog post is called should be enough. I have foo, so file name is going to be foo, and for Markdown file, can I do this in JavaScript? Markdown files. Right. Cool. For each, yeah, looks like I can do that. If so how do you get the for each though? Like, okay, I need an example. For each. Oh, this is how you do it. Okay, cool. Oh. Well, let's copy paste it for here. Instead of array 1, we're going to have Markdown files for each. Oh, expected unnamed function. Can you clean this up? Yeah, we'll take care of that later actually. Never mind. So console.log element, instead of logging the element, we're going to match the markdown files, pick the respective file, and then return. So if I give this foo, it should return me foo.id something .md. Right. If element index of file name not -1, which means it exists, then, oh yeah, it's JavaScript, right? Then you do return element, clean everything up again. What? I just need another example. For each. Oh, okay, it calls the function like literally for each element. I don't want to do that. You know what? I'm just better off with a for loop. I might just refactor this later because I'm not an expert in JavaScript. Does IntelliJ? No, no, it's not an int. I equals 0. I less than markdown files not length. I plus plus, and here we're gonna do this. What's this? Why? Like, it makes perfect sense. I plus. Anyway, yeah, ESLint is weird. It's gonna complain this function is not used. We're gonna call this function in here. It's gonna be called map file to here, and then we're gonna do project dot blog post. We're gonna do the same thing for here. This is difficult, right? Expected return value at the end of the function. Return, no, whatever. Come on, yeah. If it works on the first try, I'm ending this stream and not doing any more programming for today. This is foo. Goodbye, people. This is it. This is so good. This works so good. Look how fast this is. Right, nailed it. First try. So happy with the results. Right, I can get rid of this. Right, let's not end the stream. I want to do cleanup and then I'll end the stream, yeah? So this file only contains the names of the blog posts that we're going to have in there. This file only has one additional parameter, which is, So what am I doing with this? This is a heavily customized component actually, because I should not be doing operations inside here, right? I should give this the final string. So let's go there and let's see what this does. So we give it the full, yeah, we should be able to do this operation, the same thing in, yeah. So I'm just going to copy this. Let's go back to home and in here we're gonna paste this in here and replace blog posts. Copy this with Ctrl G with that, and go back to the previous file. We can remove this now. Clean it up. Let's see if it still works. This is foo, this is bar. Cool, it does. It still works. Very good. Let's continue doing cleanup. Yes, it looks way cleaner. Yep, it looks cleaner again. Right, let's go back to the changes. Yes, that's expected. Right, that's expected. I might move this function to somewhere else because it clutters this function, clutters this component a little bit, but I'm going to create a task for it. That's something else that we should do in the next streams. So this is a tech depth item. It's going to be a 2 point, and I'm going to say map file to ID place or move map file to ID function to somewhere else. Maybe a separate file. Right. I'll stick this onto the wall after this stream. Cool. Yeah, that looks good. foo.md. This is a dummy blog post. This is, what's this? Yeah, so we're removing the static media part first and then re-adding it. Oh, no. Right. Okay, let me quickly go through what we do again. So in the project card component, we give it, I see. Just give it the file name in here, and then we add it back. If there was a way to, anyway, this is a good solution. It's all right. It does what it needs to do. Back to changes. Yeah, cool, very cool. I'm happy with this result again. Hit commit. Import a list of all logs and assign each project card its own log post. Push. Very good. So what am I going to do next? So let me just start the server again. There's one thing that I don't like, and we're going to modify it. Before moving over to tech depth items, this is a link. On the previous website, the whole card is clickable. I want to do the same thing. Instead of adding a dummy link in here, I want this whole thing to be clickable. I don't want to make them links, but I just want to show a clickable hand cursor, whatever, and then the onClick function. I just want to handle the onClick function to these. I don't want to turn them to a link because that's probably just going to mess up with the styling of these elements, but I'm going to make these clickable. So that's the next thing that I'm going to do. Let's create a task for that. Task. It's a 3-point user story, and I'm going to call it make project cards clickable. Oh, by the way, let me show you what I mean by it messes everything up. Let's go to project card. Here's the link. Let's replace the spring div for now. Let's replace it with the link. Cool, right? And obviously it needs this bit. Look what happens now. Everything's blue. It messes up with the styling. Yeah, clicking works, but maybe I can just override the styles or anything. Anyway, actually, how does the link component work? Yeah, it's too complicated. Let's not. Yeah, let me just do that part at the revert this change. Yeah, I'll take care of that in the next stream. But I'm very happy with the results on this one. It just took us 1 hour to figure everything out and get everything ready. Anyway, gonna end the stream in here. Bye.